Hi guys. Someone was asking me, Mira, what's a walker? Is it a zombie? So, because I posted a picture on my birthday. Thank you for the birthday greetings, everyone. I'm so happy. What's a walker? It's a zombie. Walking Dead. I don't even know why it's called a walker. So, okay. So these are the different types of maybe like, no, I'm not saying, I'm talking about the women who provide services with monetary benefits in the Philippines. So yeah, today I'm gonna be discussing about walkers. What are walkers or zombies? No, just kidding. It's because I love The Walking Dead. So I when I first heard this, I was also surprised about this one. So, well, walkers, this is a term that Filipinos use to, to talk about women who work for the industry of, giving pleasure to men. So, where can you guys now? Mostly these people, these women, they provide services to Filipinos as well, or Filipinos abroad. So I don't think they have a lot of customers, foreign customers, and I think they do, but they're more on freelancers. So from what I saw, they usually charge not per night. So they're more expensive than the women in the bars in some areas in Angeles City. So usually they charge what they say like per pop, like that. So maybe if I could post it right here, I could put that here. So they would charge, like, there's a difference. So they're gonna charge you hourly, and how many times you're able to, what do you call it? How can I say it nicely? How many times you're gonna do the deed. Okay. So they would say per pop. Now, Mira, what is per pop when it comes to men, when they make it to that level, like when they're about to finish? So they say it per pop. And then they have a lot of some rules, like you have to wear condoms, and then you have to like choose the pay for the hotel, and then like if they want, like costumes, you have to pay extra. And then like is it okay, like, like this is okay, like I can do this with my mouth, I can do this, I can do that. So they have rules. The more things that they ask for, that's more money. So these walkers, they range from, it depends, they sometimes have sale. I remember a friend of mine, he's in Saudi Arabia, and then he showed me that his ex-girlfriend was actually a walker. Of course, he was heartbroken, so he was sending me these, the information. So basically, she was charging like 4,000 for 3 hours, one night for 10,000 pesos, and then 1,000 for extra services, you know what I mean? And something like that. And then if there's like a Valentine's sale where she goes for 8,000 pesos to, like, I think 8,000 was the least one. And then if you want to keep her like a sugar daddy, you have to pay like 80,000 pesos a month. So something like that. Of course, he was heartbroken. So he showed me that, and I was surprised. I was like, they earn a lot. I'm in the wrong job. And then the guy prepares everything, the hotel, accommodation, pickup and drop off, and so on. Mostly the customers, as I've mentioned, are Filipinos. These are like people working at the call center, or people working abroad, because this is a really hush-hush thing, and so on. So that's how it goes. Now, some of the walkers, they have what they call handlers. Now, the handlers get about 30% of their income, or 20%. But what do these handlers do? The handlers, I have a client, her brother is a handler, a gay handler, and they provide the accommodation in Manila. So let's say they have a condominium, the girls stay there. They also provide like massage services to keep their bodies nice, and then also like beauty treatment allowance, let's say for hair or for their body. But for extra things, they have, you know, the girls have to cover for that. It's not covered by the handler anymore. So I think that's how it is. And then what does the handler do? It's the handler that takes them to the job, picks them up, and then sometimes they take them to like these popular bars like Pegasus, or you know, those expensive high-end bars. And the price of the woman would depend on how beautiful they are or how young they are. So mostly the higher priced women, these are the ones who had surgeries, you know, those they spend a lot on their bodies, so they're more expensive, or either they're young. So I don't know about if it's minor or not, but some of them lie, right? And then I don't know if they get checked as well. So I think that's one type of walker, the one with a handler. Now the freelance ones, if I'm not I think this is just my personal idea. You can book them by yourself and something like that, but it's quite pricey, as I've said. But now it depends on their age again. And these women, though, although the upside is maybe they can earn more than the ones working at the bar or something, the downside is they're not really aware of STDs. They only think, though, we should use condom, that's all. But they don't really think about getting checked. Unlike women working at the bar, I've told you before, it's mandatory for them to get checked, and that's very important. So it's a weekly checkup at the bar in the Philippines. But on the other hand, sorry, I don't look pretty. Okay. On the other hand, if they're a freelance, they don't really, you know, get checked unless they're told that they should do it, or they have this initiative to do it by themselves. Now, what do I think about this? Well, it's their choice. As you know me, I grew up with this kind of society, with this kind of environment, because we were renting out to these girls, and I was really really like envious of them. They earn a lot of money, and I'm not trying to be clean here. You know, I've done my fair share of crazy things, which would be revealed in the future. But as I was saying, these women, some of them, they have no choice. Some of them, they do it because they want maybe extra money. Some of them are even married, but the money's not enough, and it's like a hush hush. That's why it's very convenient, because it's like 3,000 pesos for 3 hours, and then they get to go home to their families and feed the family. I remember, like, I saw a documentary on, you know, on TV. You guys can check it, like Walker or something. I don't know if they have like a subtitle, but it's a Filipina eyewitness, I think. So that's the name of the documentary series. Like what they mentioned, like some of them support a lot of people, and if they work in their regular jobs, they couldn't make that money. On the other hand, it's so difficult to leave the job because they couldn't earn the same amount of money if they leave. Now, my take on this is, you know, people have their own reasons for doing these things, and it's really heartbreaking. But on the other hand, it's a choice. They're adults, or maybe they had no choice, that's why they had to do it. Although for those who are interested in getting these women, how do you find them? Now that's the thing that I don't know. From what I heard, there's a group on Facebook where you have to join, and then the girls would post their pictures that you have to choose from there. And in that group, it's an invite only group, or maybe you can go to Craigslist or something. But from what I know, that's where you find them. And then the high end ones, like the ones where my friend found his not girlfriend, but they kind of had like an, you know, like they were dating, and he fell hard for her. Well, and it's like a website that I don't know how to get into, because apparently you need to have a membership. So in that, he showed me the pictures. Her pictures are, you know, all naked under the bathtub, or I mean not under the bathtub, under the shower, bathtub, and so on, spreading, just to show how cute it is or something like that. Like, how come it's so cute? And then something like that. So there are many ways to actually go or see that. But it's not really accessible for women like us. As I've said, it's more of like an invite only, or I don't know. So if you guys are interested, you guys have to find it by yourselves. Now, but on the other hand, you have to be careful because some of them are sometimes ran by people who are taking advantage of this situation. So later I'm gonna be talking about that.